and welcome into yet another live stream. There we go. Yes, sorry the intro was so long, but I am back, and this time I got some new I got some new tech, you see. I bought new headphones. Hold on, I need to show you. I got new headphones and they're absolutely phenomenal. I didn't even know you could buy headphones for like $6. They're great. I love them. I love them so much. They're such an utter shite. I love them with all my heart. They're so cheap. They do not fit, are extremely uncomfortable, sound like a phone from 2007, and I love them with all my heart. Mwah! Aviation control type headphones, right? Exactly. It's really, they look like those really expensive Sennheiser headphones, except they're not. It's just great. Also, I got another thing which I haven't tested yet. I'm going to test it right now. Are you ready? Because another thing I bought is, hold on, let me just get this. Okay. And then after this segment we'll have, oh, can you hear it? Hold on. Can you hear it? Possibly, but not quite as loud, and that's the point. I bought a keyboard which isn't mechanical, finally. So now I have a keyboard, which I'll have to get used to this set, but yeah. I listen to my CDs with cheap headphones for nostalgia. All my headphones are cheap. It's just that these ones are. I thought you were going to show us a silver nickel. No, Quaz, I'm not. I wish. I'm not that rich, unfortunately. I've blown all my money on headphones and keyboards and printers. Oh yeah, did I mention that Danny is supposed to arrive today? Yeah, Danny is supposed to come in today. So my hope is that I'll be streaming until Danny arrives, which I don't know when it's going to be. I don't actually know exactly if it's going to be today, but I'm guessing. So I'm guessing and hoping that it's going to be today. Danny was supposed to come yesterday, but the delivery person that was supposed to deliver me Danny just didn't. They just sent it back, which is a bit of a problem. Who is Danny? A 3D printer, new 3D printer I will have. Jesse's older brother, Jesse's bigger cousin. There we go. Yeah, that's the one. Oh, it's so new keyboard. So it's also the cheapest keyboard I could find. The keyboard was almost as cheap as the headphones, and it's so uncomfortable looking. Oh, hold on, let me show you as well. I have the camera, might as well. Looks like this. It's so, you can't see it, but it's at a very weird angle where it's sloping downwards away from you, which is I don't understand. Younger brother, big cousin. Exactly, you get it. I don't understand this sloping angle thing. It's very uncomfortable, but doesn't matter. Now that I've got some proper kit, I feel like I'm in the 2000s, Oh, this is good. The early, yeah. This is great. I love these headphones so much. They're such absolute shite. Yeah. Okay. Hold on, where am I with the script? Because yeah, I'm still working on the video, by the way. Still going. Going and going and going. How many days has it been? Weeks? Months? Years? Nie samoująca, on the other side, it doesn't make sense, knows it teleporting. Alright, so right here I'm guessing, oh, it's so quiet. And also, so uncomfortable. It's gonna take me some getting used to. Okay. So then 8:20, I suppose, would be probably a good time. Hell yeah, hope Mega doesn't get distracted and say high in animation project. What? Give a channel. Shut up, K-Pet. That's irrelevant. That is unrelated, and I am not working on it, in fact, okay? This is... I have no idea what you're even talking about. That is... madness. Madness what it is. I made an atomic simulation that has electron clouds, bonds, and most of the forces. It took me about 2 days and it's buggy, but can simulate basic chemistry. Oh, that's curious. How have you done that? Oh, how have you... electron clouds? Does that mean you actually implemented, like, electrons? You mean, wait, did you, like, based on the quantum numbers, implement different wave functions? And then you simulate the wave functions, how they interact? Because I'll be honest, I've tried doing that in the past and failed miserably, so that is really impressive. Just a mere rabbit hole of figuring out how quantum numbers affect wave functions takes ages. That is really, really impressive. 2 days is blazing quick. Good for you. Okay. What am I trying to do? Quantum tunneling. Right. That's what I'm trying to do. It's my food just dump food I've watched, mate. Not as it teleporting, which means for teleporting I would like something shucks. Save as a new one. It's so weird without any loud noises in the background, isn't it? Clear the keyframes, clear the keyframes. Delete this one. I have a numpad on my keyboard now, it's festive. Hi Sissy, hi, welcome. Let's switch both of these to a 1, that's because we'd like them to be on the same X. I imagine a 0 in the middle, lovely. And then on a roughly mirrored Y, there we go. And then we wanted to start the one do brands make it like no, a lot of people brands make it in a lot of different ways. Get on a distraction free branding. Alright, Caper, bye. This is coming soon. Billions will watch. Hope Maxing is here. I sort of gave up on Hope Maxing after a while, but that's a 1, then 1. So there we go. Ideally, we'd also like something that would control rotation. So rotation, nope, random value actually is what I meant. And then, do I even want random value? No, mix. I'm not thinking. Rotation, rotation, mix, rotation, and then right here a 0, right here a 1. Right here a 1, right here a 0, and then we'll do it last. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so that will be just the thing rendering in the background. We are fairly close-ish to finishing the video. That's because for the quantum mechanics chapter, we're just going to finish up the quantum tunneling. Then afterwards, we're going to go over the particle in 3 dimensions, which is just the same exact thing, so I'm gonna pop into 3 dimensions, so there will be nothing there. Then chemistry. there won't be much here, because all of it will be just applied quantum mechanics, right? So through this, we should go blazing quick. One thing that will be important, however, will be hybridization from the perspective of wave functions, because I do remember there was some kind of operator for combining them, wasn't there? Oh, there was, I remember when I was looking it up for the video, I found a singular good source. Maker, do you have a sponsor? No, I don't have a sponsor. But in the video, gonna be a bit of a spoiler, but what I'm gonna do in this video is, in the sponsor segment, I'm gonna make it look like a sponsor, but it's just going to be for Nichols. That's what I'm gonna. I'll do like a whole ad and everything for it, yeah. Because I just like the product, okay? I've never got a nickel, but I like the product. I'd like to support it. Speaking of, let me just. Okay, there we go. I just think it's funny. Alright. I have a question though. How do molecules find the optimal angles? I had lots of help from a chemist friend, but he's having internet troubles. Optimal angles. Okay, first of all, I myself am not a chemist, so I don't feel too comfortable answering that question. I'm sorry, I'm still thinking about the source. It was... Damn it, I'm thinking about three things at the same time, and one of them are Nichols, and hold on, I need to... at the moment, I'm a bit single-threaded. I need to fully wake up, so until then, I just need to... SP3 high hybridization, quantum mechanics, and we're looking for a LibreTex source. To the how do molecules find optimal angles? Usually they have an optimal angle unless they, because of the structure of molecule, unless they don't, in which case they just rotate quite often. How to the question, I don't feel too comfortable answering that question because, as I mentioned, I'm not a chemist. So I won't be able to provide you with a satisfactory answer. And so I would recommend on my Discord server, there is a whole channel just dedicated to chemistry with a lot of chemists. This is the source. There we go, I think. Yes! Oh my goodness. Beautiful. This is, I do believe, the exact source I was thinking of. I didn't even know we had a Discord. It's a bit of a mess. It is, but the science channels are good. Okay, you can be... I take it back. Okay. Hybridization, what is hybridization? That's so SP3 hybridization. Would hybridization in general be described from like a more quantum mechanical perspective a bit? Because not gonna lie, that would be a godsend for what I need. Can I really not open that? Oh my goodness. Alright. No, this genuinely just links me to the page for chemistry. I guess we're gonna skip over what is orbital hybridization. Okay. A bit of reading, but a bit of reading never hurt anyone. Okay. So, the geometrical shape can inherit physical chemical properties in molecules can be attributed to atomic and molecular orbitals. Visual molecular structure can be explained by taking into consideration how orbitals interact. Okay. What is a chemical bond? The most elementary way to understand the bonding between two or more atoms is to make use of Lewis dot structures. Not really what I'm looking for exactly. Make it, I want question of the day on the server. It makes people in the Discord server remember that they watch you, so you will get more views. I don't like doing things for views. I don't like it. Ugh, disgusting. Doing things for the views feels like doing things for the money. It's just... It's like kind of like admitting defeat. Heisenberg ascending principle, alright. Development calculating position of an electron is probably rather than the electron nucleus. Collecting now as quantum mechanics with the Schrödinger. Yes, okay. Atomic orbitals can interact to form new molecular orbitals, but let us first consider that orbitals within an individual atom can interact amongst themselves, giving rise to hybridized atomic orbitals. That's good. Hi Abdallah, hi, welcome. And hello, Holy Fingerball. Let me make it. I'll tell you first, read something. I was never able to walk and ride again, and it hurt me emotionally. I've been there, yeah. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can hurt my feelings. You think it's people to relation to the not contrary towards one side. The atom molecular orbital theory dictates that number of hybrid orbitals produced must equal the sum of the orbitals that underwent hybridization. Yes, makes sense. Say with one s orbital, one p orbital, two hybrid sp orbitals. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so this is all good so far. However, what I'm looking for is something a tad more. What's the topic of today? Well, the topic of today is I'm working on a video that goes from addition to chemistry, and right now we are smack right in between quantum mechanics and chemistry, and we're tying them both together. I should mention that I have only elements H2 and E. That's neon, right? Ah, man, I'm bad at chemistry right now because every orbital has different density function. That's still a lot of them. I would say just hydrogen and helium would be already quite impressive. Because once you create like a generous way, then all you need to do is just keep adding functions. Okay, so this is the sp3 hybridization. And we're back to the question! Right. Because we get 4 of them. Helium is very inert, so I just use it to push stuff around. Oh, helium hydride ion would be very disappointed with you, Lorigen. That's one of my favorite molecules. That's my favorite acid, in fact. And you're just ignoring it. Ow, I'm hurt. In what time theory do you believe? The A theory or the B theory? I love the B theory because it gives them as well. I don't know what is the A or B theory of time, David. I have never heard those terms. I could make an ion, but I mean normal helium. Yeah, but when normal helium interacts with a proton, it could make a helium hydride. As in a chemical engineering program, I thought I should memorize all the periodic table to find it given next on the exam paper. Exactly, yeah. I mean, but that's a good thing, isn't it? That once you get into higher education, it stops being so much about memorization. It starts being about understanding. That's really nice. Process where you can barely see them. I don't even render them. They're pretty important, I would say. I know they're small, but they're still quite important. It feels so weird to just not have not have clickety clacking sounds in the background. Tools. How to operate on the wave functions, because there's a reason why we combine them that way. A theory, just the present exists. B theory, the past, the present, and the future exist at the same time. I may be wrong. Well, okay, so first of all, never, not once, in all of my time studying physics, have I seen theories being just indexed. Theories have names for a reason. So that's already, first of all, a bit of a red flag. Second of all, determinism isn't really a thing. Like, if you want determinism to be a thing, you kind of need to disregard all of our most advanced and most well-proven theories of physics. So, like, quantum mechanics has to get out the window, all the derivatives. I'm pretty certain string theory even would have to get out the window of determinism. So, if you want to believe in determinism, I'm sorry, but chances are pretty slim. Make it, what video games do you play? My favorite one is probably at this point Auction Not Included. It used to be Satisfactory, and Satisfactory is a strong number too, but Auction Not Included I just adore. Okay. Please keep... shouldn't be right. Okay, so let me just add another icosphere. This. Who is Danny? Danny will be my new 3D printer. Jesse's bigger cousin. Does chemistry science... Whoa, putting science in quotes. My god, that hot take. Have the same division as same as physics, theoretical implied? Absolutely yes. Yeah. The thing is, Abdallah, I would say that the division between, in my personal opinion, division between physics and chemistry is a very blurry line. I would count, like, if engineering can be just called physics, then I would say chemistry can be called physics as well. Because I am engineer, I believe. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we should look at that. In my opinion, the only like place where people start differentiating between chemistry and physics, like the only place where the line is when you actually start naming, or when you start specifying what materials you're working with, or what atoms you're working with, what molecules you're working with. So if you're dealing with a particle, you're doing physics. If that particle is a hydrogen atom, you're dealing with chemistry, and that's kind of it. And so, in my opinion, the division between chemistry and physics is a bit meh, because like thermodynamics is physics, engineering is physics, and quantum mechanics is physics, and chemistry exists between all of them. So it's a bit odd. Okay. Right here, we want the emission color to be reddish. Beautiful. bounce, damn it, elastic. Right. The line between chemistry and physics when you bang your head so much you don't realize chemistry is free physics in a trench coat. Wait, was just size different? It's just size. It's not even size, not really. No, because if you think about it, like if you... Okay. Like if you think about it... Okay, if we draw a spectrum of size, okay? Then quantum mechanics would be right here, or like very basic particle physics, quantum mechanics would be right here. Right here would be like all the astral stuff or whatever, whatever the clever name for them would be. Right here you would have thermodynamics, and then right here you would have chemistry. And like, it exists on the same scale as the thermodynamics. There is a bit of a gap right here, where chemistry goes beyond thermodynamics, so because really often you do deal with... Now there is a lot of chemistry happening here, it's just that size-wise. This is basically when you're dealing with single molecules, single atoms. But even then, it just overlaps with quantum mechanics, because quantum mechanics is more like this. So like, it's not really even a size difference, because chemistry exists on the same size as quantum mechanics and thermodynamics. I'm an aspiring government engineer, so I know next to nothing about chemistry. Your videos and Khan Academy are my saving grace. I really like the fact, Logigen, that even though you know nothing about chemistry, you still challenge yourself to make a project that combines chemistry and computer science. I respect that. Because going outside of your own comfort zone, that's something to be respected. Cool. Open up another one because we need to start scripting a bit more. Okay. So I feel like should we hammer this point home? When in chemistry class, I've learned about exclusion principle. Right, here's where we should put it, right? I'm with my chemistry. You want to see what atoms slash molecules look like if you kept zooming in? That's cute. That's cool. Who's Danny? Yeah, it's Jesse's cousin. Oh, there we go. It's the Italian mapper gets it. Joins in, asks who's Danny, simple answer of cousin of Jesse, and immediately realizes. That's what I like to see. Shells. Your big tape. Now you might remember shells as 1s, 1s, and the number of electrons actually. So let's do 1s, 3p. Can you have 3p? You can have 3p. Yeah, because first one is shell, second is half shell, right? 3p or 2s or d, whatever. But if I were to tell you are just functions, one, 3, 2, 4 shell number, or more specifically the... I remember the azimuthal quantum number. I remember that name. That was principal quantum number. There we go. Principal quantum number. Second, my control is in a different place on this new keyboard. Make it, do you know how to program? Oh yes! Oh yes, I do. Out of physics, out of mathematics, out of chemistry, and out of electricity, computer science is the topic I know best, actually. I do know how to program, in fact. My beloved programming language C. I have a whole series about computer science. Hold on. It's fairly recent, actually. I made a video about it. There we go. This is this video, this video, this video, this video, this video. That's my series on computer science. Make it, do you have a degree? Nope, I do not. Not a single one. I've dropped out of high school. Go get a PhD. Why? Why would I need a PhD? First of all, my biggest issue with a PhD is that I don't have what to study. What am I gonna study? I'm trying to do everything at the same time. That's more computer engineering, yes? Well, the last one was about the difference between programming languages, in which I've talked about how programming languages work. So that required a lot of knowledge of programming. Make it just turn around, you get 180 degrees. I could just turn back to where I am, I get 360. Even better bargain. Okay, this finished rendering, which means we do this, and we do 4900. That should be a 4. Numbers more specifically through quantum numbers. If I spelled azimuthal correctly on the first try, you all better, I don't fucking know, like and subscribe or whatever. Look at that! Oh, I am incredible! Mwah! I am incredible. Two together. They are the numbers used to in our wave functions of the electrons. So if you up online what different shells look like. Shells. Oh, let's do. The control is on the different place on my keyboard. It's really bugging me off. Shells, or more specifically, orbitals look like. Damn it! I keep pressing the Windows key. I'm gonna pull out this Windows key out of the keyboard, I swear. It's where my control used to be. Can a person make scientific paper and publish it without a degree? I mean, absolutely, yes. The only difference is that you would rather want a degree. Because it's kind of a big red flag, Abdallah, I'd say. Like, think about it. In what possible situation would someone make a scientific paper without a degree? If you want a special, like, don't get me wrong, I am not against degrees. I am all for degrees. The only reason why I don't want a degree is because I don't have anything I would specialize in. However, if you're going to write a scientific paper, you really should specialize. So I have no business writing a scientific paper. So, like, I would say that technically, I imagine you could easily get well, not easily, but technically you could get a publisher to publish your scientific paper without a degree. But practically, I don't feel like anyone would accept it. Hit banned, disable Windows key. No, I'm just gonna pull it out the keyboard. That's on my old mechanical keyboard. I get so pissed with the change brightness button that I just pulled it off, and I still have it actually. Funny enough. You've been following me ever since. I was pretty old those. The function this way, and they are all specified by integers because quantization I've mentioned previously. It feels so wacky to not have the clickety clack sound. Make it. This is the only simulation you would think would be cool to see. I did plan on making one video about simulations, personally. I wanted to make like a video about complex systems and just start with simulation and keep adding rules to it so that then we could examine the emergent behavior, like, you know, see the simulation just with a minor addition to a rule, see it all just blow out proportion. But specifics wise, I don't think I have anything. Any kind of simulation I would like to see. Yeah, I know, underwhelming response, but unfortunately. Previously. So all of the are just the possible describe what our electron looks like. And the reason why they discrete is because of quantum in quantum mechanics. Okay. How am I almost already out of coffee? Let me just check out my package real quick, if you all don't mind. No, it doesn't say when it's gonna arrive. I'm hoping it's gonna be today. You're a self-described kinetic person, but do you plan a 9 second stream today as well? Hopefully. If I get my package, then yes! I'm not going to sleep then. Okay. Alright. I'm sorry, I just got distracted. I would like to see a simulation about country maps, real simulation, about what if. Oh, but that would be really difficult to make. Chat never seeing a package arrival. You better, Caper, yeah. Damn it, I pressed the Windows key again. Table. Hi there, Happy! I would like to say congrats on reaching 1 million views. Oh, thank you. That happened Well, yeah, that happened, but it happened a bit while ago. On the additional quantum mechanics, I imagine. Because my channel has actually a bit more. My channel has 3 million at this point. I don't know where it has the 3 million from. I don't understand. See. Yeah, 3 million views. Where did those views come from? I don't... I have 2 videos that are 1.5 million, but the rest are falling sharply. I'm predicting a package will arrive today, but it will be delayed by around an hour. Well, yesterday it got delayed by about 5 hours, and then the guy just sent it back instead of delivering it. I'm sorry, I'm just... The first delivery happened on Friday, and I didn't pick it up, which is my fault. That is my fault. But then the second delivery was supposed to happen yesterday, and they just didn't deliver. And I'm a bit peeved by that. The streams count as views, not shorts. Yeah, but streams don't get all that many views. Next, the periodic table. Well, each time we get another indentation like this, it's just... Oh, right. To understand that, that wave functions equally. Basically, whilst you have your wave functions. Wait, hold on, because those are rendered, and I should. Okay. Now. Right here, I imagine the last animation will be just like, well, semi-last. 5/100s? There we go. I think it's a couple thousand bars together, right? Like, let me see the register. Like, exactly, yeah, which is very, very complicated one. The problem with what ifs, however, Abdallah, is that they are all just like fantasy. There isn't really much, like, they're all just educated guesses. And none of them are really accurate because it's really, really difficult to predict how changes would affect the real world. Right? And that's why Nobel Prizes in economics exist, right? Specified into numbers. Some of them more energy than others. It's like a spring. Spring can be of strangeness. Some values of this, but higher values of this number require more energy. Hi, what's going on? How are you doing? Hi there, Adrian. I'm doing fine, I think. I'm experiencing a post meant to break down clarity. I don't know. Did you get yourself new headphones? I did that. Come on, let me show you because they are absolutely. Look at this. I mean, look at it. Oh, I've got my good. Look at it. Just need I say more? They cost me a total of little under $6, and they were worth every cent. They're absolutely shite, they're terrible, they sound terrible, they're very uncomfortable, and I love them with every little bit of my heart. I'm even new in the next one. More no more realistic fiction. Exactly. That's true love. More energy. Same way. In our in our atoms, the general rule is the lower the quantum number, the lower the energy. And considering how everything in our universe is low energy, obviously our electrons would first like to start lowest possible quantum numbers. So, question might arise. Wouldn't oxygen... How many electrons does oxygen have? He's getting a new 3D printer. Well, I got it already, like 2 weeks ago. It's just today it's supposed to come. That's it. How does the charity checkup work? Well, I stream, we collect money for charity. Every now and then I myself donate. And that's it. We're just charity. To pee, okay. Have 8 electrons, all with wave functions. Why does it instead have 2 on the 1s, then 4 on the 2s, and 4 on the... Can you specify anything more from it? I don't think so. I'm still working on simulation for now. My brain feels like burnt toast. Oh wait, oh no, the animation is still going, that's good. I mean, you can clearly see the item requires more total energy than the left one. But, well, what's up with that is the fact and it states that 2 particles cannot have the same quantum number in the same spot, but like Just leave it there. Is there a video about to do a bit of everything like the last ones? Well, the next video will be this, which will be my classic make it, animations one. But then after that, I will go back to practical, but practical ones will be more concise about a single topic from now on as well, yeah. We also have to start working on the intro, because now I think about it, I haven't really... Do we need models? Yeah, let's add models, why not? We also need to render this in that case. Question, will the 100k special be a cooking video? No, 100k special will be a video. And I feel like... For 100k... I might do an age reveal. How about that? Crazy 100k special will be a video. Yeah. Or a bilateral video. Not review, reveal. The age reveal doesn't matter because make it immortal. Exactly, yeah. Get off this in quantum number. That's why they cannot always stay. Yes. They can't. Then why can they spread? How can two of them stay? And that's well, knowing the age of immortal alcoholic semi-god, Adrian! Ah, that's insulting. That'd be kind of like calling me a clunker. Very insulting. Oops, I said the C word. More quantum numbers. First one. The almighty alcoholic god of gods. There we go, much better. Are you a clunker? I'm getting kind of suspicious. Make out to type the speed of Mach 10 like you. I'm not a fast typer. I'm really not. I'm not. Oh yeah, right, because we're rendering a longer animation, that makes sense that we're still going. I'll keep rechecking my package. What the fuck? It just says that the package will be returned. What the fuck? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that's... No. Why does it say that the package will be returned? Oh fuck no, I'm not letting you. Oh, hold on. What the fuck? That's not very nice. Okay everyone, pardon me. Daddy needs to yell at some people online. Well, not online, over the phone. We might need to take a bit of a break from the live stream. No, don't worry, I'm not gonna end the stream, and we will be back in like 10 to 15 minutes. I just need to call the... helpline so that they can clear up what the fuck is going on. What the hell happened? I'm waiting for a package, and it said the entire time that the package will be delivered. However, right now it just switched from the package will be delivered to package is going back to whoever sent it, right? And I am just thrilled to find out why. Okay. So, listen everyone, I will be right back with you. Just need like a little bit of a... Oh, I just need to find the phone. You got scammed. Damn right I got scammed. I will be right back with you. Just have the colorful lab in the meantime. I'm back. I'm back. I am back. How are you all doing? Hi there. Well, I've very kindly and politely explained my situation to the nice lady who picked up the phone, and she has very kindly and politely sent the message to the center of packages, whatever it is, to not send my package back overseas and actually send it to me. Now, I have no qualms with the person who just tried to help me. They were really nice, they were very lovely, and you know what, it's really nice. However, I do have a problem with the fucking system that decided that I shan't ever get my package that I've been waiting for quite some time. Anyway, we're back. We are back, everyone. Well, I just had to check my email to see if anything is there. Nothing is. That's good. Okay. Well then. We're back. Time to get back to work, isn't it? Ah. There we go. Okay. Is this the Jesse Cable package? No, I already got the Jesse Cable package. This is an entire printer I'm waiting for. I'm not complaining about my country. Sorry to hear about that situation. Oh, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry at all. It's a minor annoyance and we shall get through it. It's fine. It's a minor annoyance at best. How did Jessie die? I'm pretty certain... Well, she didn't die yet. She's in a coma. I won't fucking let her die. But, she basically choked on some TPU. That's my current best guess, because that's kind of what happened. Anyway, back to work, am I right? I am always right. Size number, the larger the size of the wave function. Then the azimuthal quantum number separates them by waviness, roughly ish. What is the other quantum number called? Anyone remember? Quantum, like quantum numbers. Next rule on Discord: make is always right. That's rule number 1, and that's not Discord rules. Those are the rules of life. Make it is always right. Magnetic. Obviously it's magnetic. Yes, so the more azimuthal, the more wavy. Then the magnetic, which separates them by orientation. And generally the more waviness there is, the more possibilities for the waves to be oriented differently. Long story, would take a bit to explain. And finally, spin quantum number, which, well, can either be up or down. Because he's 180 degrees. Oh my goodness. I'm so upset with this whole package thing. Because I want to get back to making. Well, I can't get back to making if I don't have a printer. It's quite impressive. Important, I mean. Personal, or it doesn't matter. Up or down, okay. Do I need to explain spin numbers? No one understands spin. No one understands spin. No one needs to understand spin. It's not even a real quantum number. Just like that, we can fill in our orbitals. That orbitals are the possible shapes of probability that our electron can be in, and Spain without the A. Should description for it. Make his neck Zeus. Oh, don't say that. I know Zeus. He's a right old chap. A bit of a dick. A fair bit of a dick, I do have to say. Other than that, kind of annoying. A bit annoying. With orbitals, the lowest energy, and move onto the ones. And on my favorite chemistry website, ptable.com, you can just go over to the electrons tab and see that as we go atom to atom, increase the amount of electrons, and in this case the higher the orbital, the higher the energy of the orbital, which is why we go bottom to top. Why did he smite Black Thunder twice? 'Cause I told you he's a bit of a dick. That's why. I swear if I don't get my package today, I will be mighty upset. Bottom to top. So that's why we divide the periodic table the way we do. Due to reasons that will become apparent shortly, we only care about the valence electrons, or which just effectively means electrons on the valence shell, so the outermost shell. As such, we divide the periodic table by what is their valence shell. So you can see that we got the periodic table. First we have hydrogen and helium, which have valence shell of 1, then lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, like this, where right here they have a 2, and right here they have a 2 on the P subshell. You are the only science YouTuber who never got sponsored by Brilliant. Feel like they're coming for you next. I am not the only science YouTuber that never got sponsored by Brilliant. I'm just quite a small channel, funny enough. Play ASAP Science. What is ASAP Science? Actually, if Brilliant really out to sponsor me, I might even accept. I got a couple that I wouldn't mind accepting. Brilliant is there. I suppose Ground News I also wouldn't mind. 80,000 hours I think is also a good one. GiveWell, I do believe, is GiveWell the one where they like tell you what charities support? Is that what GiveWell is? Yeah, GiveWell I also wouldn't mind, especially since it would ask so nicely with the charity checkups. Ask the Nichols for sponsorship. I'm already gonna do a sponsorship for Thick Nichols. That's because I believe in the product, not because they give me money. I just now realized that this sign is actually inside of the wall. Oh well, happens. Why am I in such a good mood today? Things are not going well. I mean, okay. It's not like everything is going too badly, right? But like, a net of today's day isn't really all that... I don't know, something... I guess this is just like... I've been feeling like shit the past 3 or 4 days, so I'm guessing this is just the bounce back, inevitable. Like, every famous art product is kind of a scam, even if it seems helpful or good. Because a lot of them are happy, a lot of them are. But you see, that's the nice thing, because that's like why you should mostly only watch channels which actually care about the reputation, because the money grab channels will just get sponsored by anyone. However, there are a lot of channels who like actually do a lot of research into the sponsors that they get. Only or better help also the good sponsors. I need some DIY. I might get sponsored by Makita. That would be funny. I mean, okay, I would love to get sponsored by PCBWay or the other one. I don't remember what the other one's called. Mainly because I would love to get some fucking PCB boards without having to pay $20 for delivery. That's it. That's all I want. As long, like, if I could get like a sponsorship by some kind of PCB manufacturing company, where the entire sponsorship would be just like, for the length of the sponsorship, I don't have to pay for PCB boards. I'm taking it. I'll take it. I would. I love getting PCB boards. I could actually look up some kind of nice European PCB manufacturer and ask them for a sponsorship, see if they're into it. Product review PCBs. No, I'll be fine with just getting PCB. Do it. It's a maybe. But for that, like, there's my 3D printer, which isn't fucking coming, is it? Make it. Why don't you make your own business? Well, that's because. The fuck do you mean by that? Why don't I make my own business? Just in general, a business. What would be the business? What would my business be? That's the main reason. I don't really... the idea should come first. I know, just for fun. That's not how it works. The idea has to come first. The business has to come second. You can't really do it backwards. Why don't you make your own business? That's kind of like me asking you... Oh, what would be a good analogy for this? Why don't you write a research paper? Like, first, the most important thing, you need to have an idea for what you're gonna research. Sell your Blender models for profit. I consider that to be a scam. Well, maybe not. No. Maybe actually Blender models, maybe not. But I just haven't made enough good quality models to sell them. But merch. I also feel like feels very exploitative, doesn't it? Because let's be real, no one buys merch because of quality. Everyone buys merch because it's merch from some kind of person, and that feels just like me stealing from all of you. If I'm gonna do merch, I want to do something cool. And I don't have the funds for that yet. What GPU do you have? RTX 50 something, 60? I think 5060. I'm not. But what is the advantage? that's the meaning behind the periodic table, wouldn't you? Oh my, we just went from mathematics to quantum mechanics up to chemistry. And there is still so much left. Because what happens when two orbitals combine? So basically, make it as they have a 10% chance of exploding because everything needs a bit of gambling these days. Whoa, it's a maybe. We have the S orbital, which looks like this. With one, which like this, a p orbital with one electron, which looks like this, and actually add an additional 2p orbitals. We have one s orbital and 3p orbitals. I don't think you... Wait, hold on. Carbon. Yeah. In reality, that's really not what it would be, would it? It would be S with 2... I don't want to... Think of merch like Patreon. Support the maintenance of go through Discord rules, exclusive videos, you get t-shirts and coffee mug with your picture on it. Yeah, but still, that's... Like... The markup on it, it feels very exploitative, doesn't it? If I'm gonna sell something... with that high, because that's the issue. The issue there is that in order for me to sell merch, it has to have a high markup because I don't have the economy of scale. However, if I'm selling something that's just a shitty t-shirt, then selling it with a high markup feels wrong. So instead what I would like to do is... I had one idea, which would be quite fun. That every month I could just make something. Just something random. Each month I would figure out something electricity related, chemistry related, whatever. And then I would just put it up for auction. That's it. Just put it up for auction and whoever wins it. No, sell low quality parachutes for a high price and well, you have to worry about bad reviews. Genius. I could also buy a good quality notebook and a fountain pen to make it match. But then again, good quality. I think fans will need a different type of mask-shaped t-shirt than Max. Yeah, but it will not be allowed on YouTube. Absolutely not! Get your mind of the gutter, or my head of the gutter, doesn't matter. 3p orbitals. Please don't viability this. Trying to make that point here. Now, let's say as something that's definitely not a foreshadowing that sides of our atom, we'd have 4 points. Make it, what's the best background color? Black or dark gray/gray? Depends on where you're using it, obviously. Everything depends on the context. Can you put Jesse up for auction? I would never! Merch house could design, not just a fat make it print, it would be cool.
This can make good cheap stuff. You can make custom printed t-shirt for $2 here if you get more than 20 of them.
Oh, that's... Wait, what do you mean here?
There's a culture. Two easy clothing brands are made by them, but the design has nothing to do with them. Something like that would be cool.
Doesn't Markiplier has that as well? Oh, but I would... But once again, that feels like doing things for money. We'll see where we land. But we have 4 points. These points would attract the electrons. Now, even though our electrons then what would happen is our what? I've never shown up in any video wearing the jacket your 3D model is wearing. Simple, because I don't have it. I don't own a jacket like that. My clothing, outside of my shirts and trousers and stuff like that, I have a single coat, and that's it. That's all the clothing I own. I have a single coat, single pair of shoes. Yep, that's about it. I don't own much clothing. Clothing is very expensive. I also like the fact that throughout my entire polite discussion with the delivery company representative, this still hasn't rendered. To be fair, it's a pretty long animation, but that's good. When is our orbitals try to fit and stretch to points, and it would turn them from a single S orbital and 3p orbitals into a hybridized sp3 orbital. And so here's where we reach another important point. Orbitals can merge. The main rule. Could you please explain reverse backbonding in organic? I don't even know what that is. Reverse backbonding organic chemistry. I don't even know what that is. Extra density from one atom's filled orbit with another some empty orbital. What is the difference between backbonding and any other kind of bonding? Oh no, we're going down the rabbit hole of organic chemistry having... Backbonding mechanism involves pi backbonding. Bagnation. It is a concept in chemistry where electron density from filled p or d orbitals of one atom is donated to an empty orbital on another atom. It's just bonding. Typically with low energy. So it's just bonding. I'm sorry. That's why I don't like organic chemistry. It has a lot of names for stuff that are just simple things. F as donor, B as acceptor. It was fluorine for a second. It really messed me up that fluorine was donating an electron. Ballsy! Yeah, I don't understand what is the difference between back bonding. Well, I imagine back bonding is just a type of bonding, but then why is it? I to this day I do not understand. Like, I'm having trouble wrapping my head around of why. Damn, I forgot the name. Right, I was about to mention it. You know, like the inorganic equivalent of organic chains, where you have a metal in the middle. Ligand. Oh, I do believe that's what I was looking for. Ligand. Why ligand is differentiated from all the other inorganic compounds, I do not understand, cannot wrap my hand around with, because a ligand effectively is just functional groups attached to a metal. But like, anything can be a functional group. So it's basically, as long as you have a metal, like a metal in the middle, it's effectively a ligand. And I don't know, I don't get ligands. What's so special about them? Why do they get a special name? By the way, what are these last for? I'm new. They're for charity! Right now we're collecting money for Prevent Cancer Foundation, if I do remember correctly. Make it, what do you think of the US-EU trade deal? Is it a W? Personally, I'm not too convinced, but at the same time, I don't know if I could handle it better personally, so... In my opinion, the deal could have been better, but I understand the reasons for signing it. Like, are you learning a topic? Well, on these streams you kind of do a lot of things. Right now, at the moment, I'm mainly working on the video by rendering animations, animating animations, and writing the script for the video. However, once we're done with that, I would just switch over to electronics to try to work on my bot. Every time they merge, the amount of orbitals going in has to be equal to the amount of orbitals going out. Right. Mickey, what are the chances of you currently starving to death? I believe pretty low. Kind of an odd question, but I mean, I think pretty low. Just looking around right now how much food I've got, you gotta be paranoid. SP3 right here will be important. I'm doing with wave functions right now. No, it has to be 2S and 2P. I just feel like that example would be very confusing because we're bringing out the 2 electrons from the middle 1s orbital. And that would be kind of difficult to visualize. What's your video's topic about? It's about, well, just chemistry, but we're starting at mathematics, building up through quantum mechanics, and then, like, explaining not everything, explaining chemistry, like basic chemistry topics, but through the quantum mechanical lens. Have you ever risked your life for a video? Well, it depends on where you draw the line for risk your life. I'm pretty certain I permanently damaged my lungs by inhaling formic acid for the fluorescent stuff. importantly, but more importantly, what would effectively be 4 sp3 orbitals. Legs, and they happen is we just take our underlying wave functions and just combine them. Correct! Then describe by force. Bye Adrian, bye, have a good one. The channel should really get big. I don't think so. I mean, okay, should, well that's a maybe. Depends on if you're talking should as in I wish it would or should as in will. Because should as in I wish it would, I can sympathize with that, but should as in will, if this channel's letting me teach, if this channel's taught me one thing, it's taught me how to be a realist, not an optimist. That make it actually needs to make men channel videos. Literally what I'm doing right now, Immoral. My goodness, get on my back. Your disco post. Oh, you mean that? Well, I mean, yeah, but you know, we all need to have something in the meantime to have fun with. Find them. These are the wave functions for the underlying S and P orbitals, and these are our new hybridized. You can think about it in 2 dimensions. Like this, we have our function. 1 dimension. Damn it, I keep pressing Windows key instead of Control. Think about it in S orbital and the probability of us finding electron in the then if those 2 orbitals hybridize, then what we get is 2 new
this, right? Minus, I do believe so. Naked, you are lucky your friends and family let you be a YouTuber without being disappointed in you. I can't say the same thing for me. What makes you think that my friends and family aren't disappointed in me being a YouTuber? That is entirely your guess. Doesn't make his family even know he's a YouTuber. Doesn't make it even have a family. What about the orphan theory? Didn't someone propose once that was literally Batman? Proportional to electronegativity. Because you are so positive. So what? Okay. New orbitals. USP orbitals. And as such, these are the new probabilities as finding. So that's what hybridization is. How would matter? It would matter because of bonding. So basically, we have our positivity is just a side effect of the madness and blind obsession. Yeah. So there is a family and they are disappointed. That is once again your guess. You are all assuming a lot of things about me, and you know what they say about assuming? It makes an ass out of you and me. Maybe you see I'm treated as schizophrenia. Electron have two atoms, which are the atoms to be more exact, both of them with a single electron on the s orbital. As we bring them closer and closer, they merge together, and as such give us two new possibilities for their shape. Sigma and the anti-bonding sigma. Well, there are two ways you can understand them. The quantum mechanical way and the chemical way. A part of all of us want to be make it. I also used to want to be make it, but then I became make it, and yeah, goals achieved. Oh, let me recheck on my package. Still doesn't say it will be. I'm gonna lose my mind.
No, wait, my animation finished rendering. There we go. Be 2-dimensional. Instead, B will be 3-dimensional, despite the fact that I am representing the probability with height from now on represented with brightness. And that's because our particles will look more like this, where high brightness, the higher electron particle being there. Which means what we need to do is we need to zoom back in rather swiftly. Like this, and then we can have the wall disappear, I imagine. We can have this disappear as well. Might be a bit of an issue with Blender trying to render it, never mind. Actually, instead of going for alpha, we could just reduce the size. I do believe this would be better. And right here then, the icosphere transform geometry. Ah, right. Damn it. Scale elements. And then I imagine like this. There we go. Yeah, let's render animation, might as well. I'll be honest, maybe I'm like wrong if you know what they are doing, what they want. Just a rock. Any specific rock in mind, just a random one. Now, you know what, I'm getting a bit peckish. I'm going to go keep on rendering, keep on animating, keep on scripting, and I will be back for another live stream later on in the day. It was fun, it was fun. I really hope that it will be the end of the package problems for me, because that will be very annoying when I haven't got a clue. See, I don't know if I'm even gonna live that long, if I'm to be completely honest with you. But for now, that'll be it. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye!